All right, so for the last couple of days, you guys have been asking me to go ahead and update you on everything that we know so far about Atlantis. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, man, there was absolutely nothing to talk about until today, quite literally 10 minutes ago. Now, as you guys can see from right here, there is exactly 2 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 58 seconds left until Atlantis arrived. Before we get into the new video, let's go ahead and give you guys a quick breakdown on everything that we know so far that it's pretty much confirmed if you have just a little bit of common sense. Over the course of the last 4 weeks, we've pretty much been getting different updates for the good old Grand Reef over here. It's been evolving, brand new little secrets have popped up, and it's sort of just been this huge hype up leading into Atlantis. As of the most recent update, we went ahead and got the pirates that were at Moosewood transitioned over to where Grand Reef is, where we were then introduced into the Atlantean storm, basically a whole entire brand new bestiary. The point is that these pirates are pretty much here exploring the ocean, which, to be completely honest, we had not gotten any information on what exactly they were looking for, but obviously, since we do know that Atlantis is coming, we know that these guys are probably looking for the entrance to Atlantis. Now, if we make our way down here under the Grand Reef, you will see the beautiful temple that is located here. For a long time, we've all pretty much predicted that this will be open and we'll be able to enter inside of it. The catch is that these boulders have pretty much been in the way and we haven't been able to actually enter inside. Now, if I go ahead and tilt my camera upwards, you'll notice that the pirate ship is directly above this temple. If I go ahead and shift my camera down right in front of the temple, you will notice that there is a box of TNT. Now, at this point, it's fairly obvious that this TNT box will play some type of a role to open up this temple and let us inside to where Atlantis is. But I think that the one thing that truly threw us all off are these kind of hippies that are sort of spread out everywhere. We got Sage, Willow, and finally Marley. Now, when you talk to them, they all have these separate things that they say. You feel that energy in the air, right? It's like a wave washing over everything. I think big changes are coming, which, I mean, for the most part is fairly obvious. I mean, we know that there is some type of a big change coming, being obviously Atlantis. But the point is that every single one of them have something separate to say about this area. Now, the question is, why is the TNT in front of this boulder temple gate, and why has it not gone off already? To answer that question, I think we're going to go ahead and head to Forsaken Shores, because as you guys know, for a very long time now, pretty much since the introduction of Forsaken Shores, there have been these sort of mysterious levers that were sort of spread around everywhere. Now, the thing about these levers is that most recently, they sort of went through a whole entire kind of like model reset, where they went from being wooden levers to being actually operational metal levers. In total, there is 5 of them spread out throughout the entire Forsaken Shores. And if we make our way up here to where the skeleton head is, you'll know that there is this sort of secret door that you can't exactly see, if I'm going to be honest. But the catch is that if you go ahead and go into shift lock, lean up against this wall, on the floor, you'll see 3 question mark. These pirates are going to have a quest for us that'll lead us over here to take care of these levers, which will open this wall, and somehow that will have a connection to the TNT to open up Atlantis. That's pretty much my theory for right now. So now we can actually transition into the most recent things that we have, which is the brand new trailer that sort of was leaked out a couple of minutes ago. Now, in total, this trailer is about 33 seconds, so nothing really too crazy, but it kind of does feel like we get a lot of information here, mainly because we're seeing this statue sort of repeated over and over again, where it kind of looks like this Zeus character holding some type of a version of a trident. But then it sort of gets crazier as we approach the end of the trailer, because it sort of teases this really ominous like cave that's on the floor. Not entirely sure what exactly it means. I can't even make out what it looks like. But now that we've pretty much played that whole trailer for you guys, this is the guy that I'm sort of explaining about, which looks like Zeus. And to the right hand side, he has what seems to be like a really super duper upgraded trident. Now, on the left hand side over here, I don't exactly know what that says, but it looks like it says bobber. I could be completely wrong. Somebody in the comments let me know, but it sort of looks like there's a board here that says bobber at the bottom. For the next slide, we can also see this same character all over again, which this is actually a rear view of an earlier image that we got literally maybe like a week ago. If you notice, there's the lightning bolts over there on the right hand side and the hallway that we saw before. We also get to see this from a different angle in just a second here. So right here, this may be another one of the angles, since it does seem to be more or less the same exact. Actually, no, he's holding it completely different. Now that I'm looking at it, here he's holding the rod sort of backwards, like he's going to cast it out. And then here he's holding it like if it was a spear. So this is just a completely separate room. After that, we sort of get another look at potentially a cave that we're going to be fishing in, since I do see a couple of corals around and stuff like that. Then next up, we start getting this right here, which is sort of weird to me because maybe I'm going a little bit crazy here, but doesn't it look like those are like fangs, or I don't know, like the nails on something? It's kind of weird, but that's sort of the vibes that I'm getting from this. After that, we also get ourselves another look at another room here. Nothing really too crazy, just sort of a look at pretty much all of these different rooms. And then we get the shift of this right here, which I don't exactly know if this is going to end up being something like ancient archives maybe. And now when I say that, I don't mean obviously crafting or anything of that sort. This sort of seems to be like a repeating thing that they do with all of the updates. If you remember, for Ancient Isles, we have the hole in the ground that you go ahead and climb a rope down in order to do a puzzle, and then you unlock the ancient archives. Over at Northern Expedition, you have to complete getting every single one of the crystals as well as all of the puzzles and stuff like that to then finally open up the vault door that leads into a room that has a hole on the floor, which you climb down with a rope. It's a kind of like a repeating thing that they do. So it's very possible that we're seeing the same thing here. Maybe this is where we'll go into and potentially see Kraken or Echidna or whatever it is that we're going to be seeing, Hydra, Leviathan, all of the crazy theories that are out there. There is no other information attached to this besides the fact that Noah said, let the mystery unveil this Saturday. I do believe that we'll probably be getting a lot more leaks as we lead up to Saturday. We did the same thing for Northern Expedition where we started the leaks on Wednesday. I don't believe we ended up pushing out a leak for Thursday, but Friday, we actually did end up getting a leak out. And there was even plans for another leak, if you remember, during my stream, which I was supposed to upload to the YouTube channel, but a little bit of miscommunication here and there, and we ended up posting it not in the YouTube channel, instead in the Discord. So I don't know, man, lots of different things going on here. This is the part where things start to get pretty fun because I go ahead and provoke you guys to let me know in the comment section what your theories are. We're now going on maybe like what, the third, fourth major update that we do this. Some of you guys are pretty spot on every single time, and well, the rest of you just kind of sound crazy and turn out to be crazy at the end. But that's not the point. The point is that that's a theory. I'm excited, man. I really am looking forward to the release of the update this Saturday. Of course, we'll be live here on the channel covering the entire update. I will have a full guide video out for everything. I don't know if I'll have it out as soon as the update drops like we traditionally do, just because usually these major updates, the scale of them is actually kind of insane. But I'll definitely try my best, that's for sure. My one recommendation, man, is that if you have not already, I highly suggest that you guys go ahead and get the Trident. I don't know if that's going to be relevant or not, but just to be on the safe side, it's best if you have it than to sort of have to scramble around and do some old content, sort of like last minute and having to waste time on that. As I've said numerous times, make sure that you are keeping those mutated relics. I don't have any idea if these are going to be relevant, but it's always best to be safe than sorry. As a sort of added bonus here, can we talk about how tiny this TNT box is? Like, why is it so microscopic? Ain't no way that tiny little TNT box is going to destroy all of those bolters. Either way, man, I hope that you guys went ahead and enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.